Hello. Welcome back to Slow English Practice. Today I have two stories for you. Both of them are about a moment when a designer thinks one thing and someone else thinks the opposite. In the first story, the client wins. In the second story, the data wins. And both endings are a little uncomfortable. Let's begin. Before the story, let's learn 4 words. Word 1. White space. White space. White space is the empty area on a screen between elements. It gives the design room to breathe. The designer added more white space to make the page feel less crowded. The designer added more white space to make the page feel less crowded. Word 2. Overwhelm. Overwhelm. Overwhelm means to give someone too much at once, so they feel confused or tired. Too many products on one page can overwhelm the user. Too many products on one page can overwhelm the user. Word 3. Roll back. Roll back. Roll back means to return to a previous version, to undo a change. The team decided to roll back to the old design. The team decided to roll back to the old design. Word 4. Gradually. Gradually. Gradually means slowly, step by step, not all at once. They gradually updated the interface over several months. They gradually updated the interface over several months. Good. Are you ready? Let's hear the stories. Let me start with the first one. I was working on a redesign of an e-commerce website. The product category page had a clean layout. Each product card had a clear photo, a short title, and a price. And between the cards, there was enough white space to let each product breathe. The page felt organized and easy to scan. When I showed it to the client, he looked at it for a moment and then said something I was not expecting. "Why is there so much empty space?" he asked. "We are losing space that could be used for products. If we show more products on the screen, more users will see them, and more users will buy." I explained that white space is not wasted space. It helps the eye move naturally through the page. When there is too much content in one place, the user does not know where to look first. They feel overwhelmed. And when users feel overwhelmed, they often do nothing at all. The client listened, but he was not convinced. He had been selling products online for 10 years, and he believed that more visibility meant more sales. He asked me to reduce the white space and add more products to each row. I showed him some research. I explained the concept of visual noise. But the client had made his decision. And sometimes, that is how design works in the real world. You can bring data. You can bring arguments. but the client has the final word. Phrase note: visual noise. Visual noise. Visual noise is when there are too many elements on a screen, competing for attention at the same time. Just like loud noise makes it hard to hear, visual noise makes it hard to see. What is actually important? So we reduced the white space. We added more products per row. The page became denser, and I will never know if my version would have performed better, because we never tested it. That is the part of the story that stays with me. Not that I lost the argument, but that we never found out who was right. The second story is different. This time, the data had the final word. We were working on a new design for a product page. The existing design was old. It worked well. Users knew how to use it. But visually, it looked dated. The team had been wanting to redesign it for a long time. So we built a new version. It had a modern layout, updated typography, better visual hierarchy, and a cleaner structure overall. Everyone on the team was proud of it. We launched an A/B test. Half of the users saw the new design. The other half saw the old one. We expected the new design to win easily. After 2 weeks of collecting data, the results came in, and they were not what we expected. The old design had a higher conversion rate, not by a small amount. At first, the team was frustrated. We spent months building the new design. How could the old one be performing better? But when we looked more carefully at the data, the reason became clear. Users who saw the new design were spending more time on the page. They were exploring it, looking around. They were not buying. The new design was interesting to look at, but it was unfamiliar. Users had to relearn where everything was, and that extra mental effort was pulling their attention away from the purchase. Phrase note: relearn. Relearn. Relearn means to learn something again that you already knew before. When an interface changes completely, users have to relearn how to use it. Even a small amount of relearning can reduce conversion. The team made a decision. We did not keep the new design. But we also did not simply go back to the old one and forget about it. Instead, we rolled back to the previous version and started introducing changes gradually, one section at a time, one update at a time, so that users could follow the changes without losing their orientation. It took longer, but the conversion rate stayed stable throughout the process. Both stories end without a clear winner. In the first one, the client got what he wanted, but we never learned if it was the right choice. In the second one, the data told us something we did not want to hear, and we had to listen. If there is one thing I take from both of these stories, it is this. Good design is not just about how something looks. It is about understanding who makes the decision and what information they are using to make it. Did you find these stories useful? If you did, tap the like button. It helps Daniel tell more stories like this one. And if you don't want to miss the next case study, just hit subscribe. Now you try. Listen closely and say the sentence out loud. Sentence 1. When users feel overwhelmed, they often do nothing at all. When users feel overwhelmed, they often do nothing at all. Sentence 2. The client has the final word. The client has the final word. Sentence 3. Users had to relearn where everything was. Users had to relearn where everything was. Sentence 4. We introduced changes gradually, one section at a time. We introduced changes gradually, one section at a time. Well done. Your homework today. Think about a time when you changed something, and people around you needed time to get used to it. Maybe at work, maybe in your personal life. Try to describe that moment in English. What changed? And how did people react? Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, and see you next time.